Correct, na? So in 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. Job nahi mila tha usko. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons, and finally secured a job in 1902. मतलब graduate होने के 2 years के बाद. In 1902, as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. Patent क्या है? Document which gives the rights of an invention to an inventor. मतलब कैसे हम लोग उस चीज का जैसे कॉपीराइट हम लोग को मिल जाता है, बिकॉज इफ वी हैव इन्वेंटेड समथिंग, कोई और इन्वेंट करेगा एंड विल से दिस इज माय इन्वेंशन, राइट? तो ये पेटेंट में जैसे होता है, इट इज देयर इन द रिकॉर्ड दैट दिस डिस्कवरी, दिस इन्वेंशन हैज बीन मेड बाय दिस पर्सन, कोई और नहीं कर सकेगा. So he was working in that office. While he was supposed to be assessing other people's inventions, Einstein, assessing means what? Trying to judge, trying to understand other people's inventions. Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. He is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. Why? Because वो desk drawer में while he was working, वो अपना भी उसका माइंड चलता रहता था at his own invention. So he must be writing, कुछ माइंड में आया कुछ लिख दो और वो ड्रॉअर में डाल दो. So that was known as the Bureau of Theoretical Physics, his drawer. ये लोग हैं कि नहीं? हाँ, Aryan, Sanmitra, any doubts?
No, ma'am.
हाँ. No, ma'am. Okay, you all also want to play Antakshari or what? Sanmitra wants to study, no? Because of Sanmitra only we are studying, otherwise we would have played Antakshari. Sanmitra wants to study, no?
Yes, ma'am.
He's winking over there. I saw you winking. Yes, मुंह पे और अंदर अंदर कुछ और. Okay, para 9. हाँ, one of the famous papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. So this was one important discovery that he made in 1905. Time and distance are not absolute means time and distance are not the same for everyone. Indeed, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after a journey, if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other. So time varies from situation to situation. From this followed the world's most famous formula, which describes the relationship between mass and energy. What is that? E is equal to mc square. You know about it? ये बहुत famous उसका ये है. In this mathematical equation, E is what? Energy. M stands for mass. And C stands for the speed of light in a vacuum, which is how much? About 3 lakh kilometers per second. What did Albert Einstein say? When you sit with a nice girl for 2 hours, it seems like 2 minutes. When you sit on a hot stove for 2 minutes, it seems like 2 hours. That is relativity. तो समझ गया relativity आइंस्टाइन के वर्ड्स में? Simple and easy way of describing. Okay. When Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in physics, now about his private life, personal life. His personal life was unraveling, starting to fail. Okay, there were lots of ups and downs. Now, Albert had wanted to marry Mileva right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it. Hota hai na? You like somebody and then your parents are against that. Huh? हाँ होता है ऐसा हुआ ऐसा क्या है क्या नहीं ना Okay, so mother was against it. She thought Mileva, who was 3 years older than her son, was too old for him. She was 3 years older. आज के दुनिया में देखो तो it is nothing. See Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas. Correct. How they got married and they're living a successful life. They're earning so much. They got a kid?
Yes.
Kid also. What son?
Girl.
One.
Yes.
See. Huh?
Surrogacy.
That also works?
Surrogacy.
Surrogacy. See. During those days, they would have never thought of all these things. So she was 3 years older. So she felt that ये तो बहुत बड़ी है उसके लिए. She was also bothered by Mileva's intelligence. She is a book like you, his mother said. Einstein put the wedding on. She is a book like you means you are a bookworm. पूरा time books में, अपने theories में, अपने inventions में लगा रहता है. And वो भी वैसी ही है. So if she is also like that, you are also the same. Then both of you, what is the use of getting married? No need to get married. And a mother would want कि ऐसी कोई बहू मिले जो मेरे बेटे का संभाल करे. अब ये बेटा तो बुक्स में लगा रहेगा, वो भी बुक्स में लगी रहेगी, तो क्या होने वाला है? So then she said, no getting married. And Einstein was good. He didn't rebel. He said, okay, I will not marry. But finally they got married. Huh? And they also had 2 sons. In 1903 they got married. ये कब का बात चल रहा था? 1902 का. Correct? So in that next year, they got married, had 2 children. But a few years later, the marriage faltered. Faltered मतलब break होने लगा. Mileva, meanwhile, means it was as per what his mother had predicted. कभी कभी अपने बड़ों की भी सुनना चाहिए. तो उसका वो जो था वो सही था. Mileva, meanwhile, was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife because her mind was intelligent. She wanted to do academic related things, लेकिन वो उससे नहीं हो रहा था because she had to become a housewife and she was not happy. So after years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1919. So इतने साल तक they must have tried कि चलाओ, but finally they got separated in 1919. Then what Einstein did? Same year, he married his cousin Elsa. But इसके बाद everything was good for him. Quickly married, no? Same year. हाँ. बच्चों का क्या हुआ? Yeah, वो फिर then God knows. Elsa might have taken care because I don't just guessing because Mileva must have been like मुझे अपना research करना है ये वो will take care so that and this Elsa must have been the housewife kind. मम्मी ने बोला होगा इसके साथ पर ये तेरा संभाल घर बार का संभाल करेंगी so then he might have gone ahead. Then Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise to world fame. Means what? New personal chapter क्या? जो marriage का था. And that it was like maybe that was lucky for him or that after that the time was good for him. In 1915, he had published his general theory of relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. So means he said that something will happen, some interpretation he gave, and वो सही भी निकला. Okay. Then Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected through the sun's gravitational field. What is this? Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected through the sun's gravitational field. Deflected is what? Change direction. Changing direction because it is hitting something. It's like reflecting. Okay, but it is light which is actually changing its direction. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution. कि आज तक कोई नहीं कर सका जो Einstein ने किया. Einstein received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. What is a Nobel Prize? It's like the biggest accolade. Accolade याद है ना? क्या? Word web you have written honor. भूल गया? Word web you have written those 5 words. हाँ? ये होता है absent. You remember? क्या? So here accolade means greatest honor. So Nobel Prize is the greatest world में the biggest accolade that one can ever receive. So he got the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. He was showered with honors and invitations from all over the world and lauded by the press. So he was praised and appreciated by everybody. Then, when the Nazis came to power in Germany, so when the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein emigrated to the United States. 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin. Nuclear fission here, there's nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. Nuclear fission means that one atom, what is an atom? Nucleus के अंदर जो रहता है atom. Like if you have a cherry के अंदर, cherry is the nucleus and then you have an atom. It's like the smallest part. So when an atom is when it divides into different parts, that is known as fission. And when they join together, that is known as fusion. और जब ये fission and fusion होता है ना, उसमें बहुत सारा energy the electricity is created that way. So that Einstein discovered. So 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had American physicists in an uproar. Uproar, they were very upset. They did not like it. Many of them had fled from fascism. Now this nuclear warfare या nuclear का fission fusion का जो भी रहता है, that can be used in a positive way also and in a negative way also. उसका bombs भी बनता है, nuclear bombs and all. So many of them had fled. Fled means they ran away from fascism. Fascism क्या था? Fascism and Nazism. Nazism was of Hitler, Nazis, and fascism क्या था? Mussolini था. Okay, so many of them, they were both like very extreme dictatorships. School में किया होगा ना about dictatorship. Dictatorship means that one person is the decision maker. So many of them had fled from fascism just as Einstein had, and now they were afraid the Nazis would build and use an atomic bomb because he had discovered that nuclear fission. At the urging of a colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to the American President Franklin D. Roosevelt on 2nd August 1939, in which he warned a single bomb of this type exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territory. Means that bad it is. And nuclear these nuclear bombs, no, they don't only affect the people over there, but they even affect the future generations. मतलब उससे जेनेटिक म्यूटेशंस होते हैं कि वो बच्चे के वो आदमी के बच्चे के बच्चे के बच्चे फ्यूचर सो मेनी मेरे 4 5 right Bhopal gas tragedy, yes, so they not only affect those people there, they also affect their future generation. इतना खराब है. So but yes, Einstein's intention was not that ये war करने के लिए नहीं था. So his words did not fail to have an effect. The Americans developed the atomic bomb in a secret project of their own and dropped it on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. तो उसमें देखने को जाओ तो शायद अपने कंट्री को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए he gave that idea to his government and then they used it to protect themselves. क्योंकि बाकी अमेरिकन गुस्सा हो गए कि तुमने ऐसे क्यों किया, उन्होंने को डिस्ट्रॉय करा. So before that, these people only threw the atomic bomb on them. Now Einstein was deeply shaken. Deeply shaken means it impacted him to a great extent. हिल गया वो. Okay, was deeply shaken to the extent of the destruction. This time he wrote a public missive. Missive क्या है? Letter. Letter. Long and official letter. So he wrote a public missive to the United Nations. What is United Nations? Union of all the countries. Okay, and they fight for world peace. Because UNICEF जो बच्चों के लिए करता है, या they do things for education. Okay, so they deal with world peace. It's like all the whole entire world's representatives will be a part of that, of the United Nations. So he wrote a letter to the UN. In it, he proposed formation of a world government. Unlike the letter to Roosevelt, this one made no impact. Unlike the letter to Roosevelt, this made no impact means. Huh?
That made impact. The letter that we sent.
Yeah.
That's been made impact.
Yes. So the letter that he wrote made an impact, but ये इनको लिखा UN को उनको कोई impact नहीं किया. It didn't affect them. But over the next decade, Einstein got more involved in politics, agitating for an end to the arms buildup and using his popularity to campaign for world peace and democracy. So that's why we are calling him a beautiful mind, because politics doesn't mean it's it is used in a negative way by people who are selfish. But what he did, why did he join politics? उसको क्या पैसा चाहिए था, उसको क्या power चाहिए था? नहीं. He did that. He used his popularity in a positive way. ऐसे बहुत कम लोग हैं ना who will do that. Who does it? Even if a person is popular and he gets into something, it is again to get more popularity, to get more money, and all that. So, and what did he fight for? End to the arms buildup. Arms buildup मतलब arms and ammunitions, weapons. And using his popularity to campaign for peace and democracy. When Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76, he was celebrated as a visionary. Visionary, person who can think about the future. आगे का सोचे. And world citizen as much as a scientific genius. So that's why we call him a truly beautiful mind. उसका दिमाग में scientific invention was concerned, वो भी अच्छा था. And also he used his popularity in a positive way for world peace. जैसे ये बोली गांधी जी अच्छा था, तो क्यों गांधी जी अच्छा था? नॉन वायलेंस किया उसने, जो किया शांति से करने को बेकार, झगड़ा गर्दी नहीं करने को. So he was also what he was also truly beautiful. क्या बोले? तुम लोग ये दो क्या? एडिटिंग का चलो अंताक्षरी खेलते हैं। चलो बैठे क्या अभिनेत्री अंताक्षरी विथ वर्ड्स चलो वर्ड्स इंग्लिश और नो हिंदी नो मराठी okay so what word you end with you will start with that okay huh? what कुछ भी यूज करो verb use करो noun use करो proper हाँ but word that exists in English okay ये लोग का क्या है Sanmitra what are we doing
Nothing.
huh nothing Sanmitra didn't come to know what we are doing देखा ये कैमरा क्या है हाँ why it's coming like this oh how to do that yeah pen हाँ अरे यार I don't want this we are able to see I want the one who talks ये क्या करूँ अब कैसे अनपिन करूँ no it's giving breakout rooms here तो I'll talk to you all only क्या ऊपर leave view where Sanmitra के नीचे अच्छा हाँ अच्छा remove pin say like that no no Sanmitra okay what are we doing Sanmitra unmute
Antakshari.
हाँ अंताक्षरी Aryan
Yes, ma'am.
what are we doing अंताक्षरी okay but words का अंताक्षरी हाँ ये क्या स्पाइडरमैन okay so whom do we start with you all start so what order will we follow 1 2 3 4 any word in English but it should exist in English हाँ verb चलेगा noun चलेगा adjective adverb anything so 1 2 3 4 5 then Sanmitra and then Aryan okay boys versus girls you all want to do girls are saying let's do boys versus girls okay चलेगा but they can't see him तू आगे आजा there's one more boy you sit here क्या हो गया no but listen ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए that all of you say 4 words at one time एक ही word बोलिएगा okay okay so start you are in their team Sanmitra and Aryan hey you both know him no Aryan doesn't know introduce yourself he's feeling shy introduce yourself say hi like that you introduce tell your name what is your name did you all hear his name is Tavish and which school you're from he's from Radcliffe खुद introduce करना सीख खुद को okay so start let the boys start let the boys have the liberty of starting first okay chalo start which alphabet M नाम क्या करे करना नाम so start mind hey you all are able to hear what he's saying Okay, so what you all can do amongst you all can take turns. So if anyone is not able to, Aryan, like that you eat, we feel very bad because we are not able to eat anything. Your voice is gone. I'm not eating, he's saying. We could make out what you're saying, but we could not hear you. Unmute. No, he had. Now you're heard. You're not eating. Achha. We thought you're eating. Okay. Chalo, start. He started with M. Okay. Girls. तुम लोग भी turns लो. Mind. Desperate. So you start with the last alphabet. Okay. So he said mind. Okay, so he said mind. She said desperate. Now you have to say with E. Tell.
3.
What? Are you all mute? Unmute for some time because you all can't be heard. Sanmitra, you said something?
3.
What?
3.
No, E. Desperate is D-E-S-P-R-A-T-E. So, say again. We'll give you one more chance.
Elephant.
Okay, elephant. What are you? Huh? Tree. Okay, but he said tree. Koi aur bolo na.
Titanic.
Huh? Titan. Titanic. Okay, Titanic. Aryan.
Cat.
What?
Cat.
Okay, cat. अरे थोड़े अच्छे words दो 9th standard. Then cat. Turtle. E. Election. N. Nest. T. Sanmitra.
Tango.
Tango. O. Orange. E.
Entrepreneur.
Elephant is done. Tell some other. Spider-Man. Tell some other word with E.
Ma'am, T or E?
You said which word?
Orange.
Orange. She said E.
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Wow. R. Achha, you all are not going by turn. So what turn by turn? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Rhinoceros. S. Squirrel. सारे animals पे ही आ गए. Use some better words.
Longitude.
Geography. Whose turn now? Sanmitra.
Democracy.
Democracy. Now say Sanmitra.
Yes, ma'am.
Longitude. E. कॉपी नहीं करने का नीचे किधर देख रहा है सामने रख कैमरा को ऊपर देख सामने
Economics.
S snakes animals का reptiles S Aryan
Yes, ma'am. S.
हाँ
Season.
हाँ
Season.
season
Yes, ma'am.
N हाँ बोल
North.
north हाँ नॉर चलेगा, बोला क्या? नॉर नॉर नाइदर नॉर क्या? नॉर कमार
राधर बोला
राधा राधा
Rabbit.
फर्स्ट रैबिट सन्मित्रा टेल
What did she say?
व्हाट
What did she say?
शी सेड ए जोर से बोलो शी सेड खरगोश
Telangana.
तेलंगाना
Ambitious.
एम्बिशियस एस आर्यन
Summer.
समन गुड वर्ड समन whose turn? Summon to call to get one summon to call for someone. National L
loyal
loyal L L large E Sanmitra.
Anglo-Indian.
What Anglo-Indian. Wow. No, what was the E? Loyal. Yeah, Jahan. So E no. Hey, Sanmitra, what are you doing third time? तू नीचे कॉपी कर रहा है क्या? तेरा कैमरा ऊपर ठीक से रख फेस. हाँ. Okay. So which was your word? Large. So you have to say from E.
England.
England. D.
Democracy.
Democracy हो गया ना? बोल दिया.
Destination.
Destination. Who's done now? Aryan.
Nagaland.
Nagaland पहुंच गया. वो बोली तो वो क्यों बोलना है, कोई और बोल. Door. R. Yours. R. Rod. Dog. अच्छे वर्ड. हाँ now what?
great
Great. ए लड़कियां कितना बातें. See the boys so peacefully they are doing their work. बोलो great. Your turn. Tomboy. Aryan.
Yell.
Yell. Correct.
London.
London N. Norway Y. Yeah. K. Sanmitra.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo सारे animals हैं. Verb बोलो कोई अच्छी new word. O. Kangaroo. Orchestra. Good. Who's turn now? Aryan.
Alphabets.
Alphabets. Wow. Switzerland. D. D. Huh? Doing. Doing is a word now.
Garland of Gulmohar.
Garland of Gulmohar. Garland of Gulmohar.
Rashes.
Rabbit. Rabbit is done.
It's bad.
Rashes.
Yes. Huh?
Rash.
Trash.
Rash. H.
Harsh.
Harsh.
Rash.
Rash. Harsh. Aryan.
Spawn.
Spawn. Good. Spawn. H. Correct. H.
Himalayas.
Himalayas. Geography. Who's done? Sophisticated. Now your turn. Dirty. Dead. Dumb. No, correct. Dumber. D. Sanmitra.
Maharashtra.
Huh?
Maharashtra.
Maharashtra.
Amateur.
Amateur. Good. Nice word.
Raspberry.
What she said? What is it? R. Amateur. Amateur. R.
Raspberry.
Very. Fire. Why से है ना? क्या? क्या तो बनते हैं? Plan में पड़ेगा. Yellow. Yellow. बोलो अभी. अब मैं नहीं बोलूंगी. तुम लोग उधर बातें करते हो. Belt. Horse. Sanmitra, your turn.
Emu.
Huh?
Emu.
Evil. Evil. You said eagle or evil?
Evil.
Evil. Aryan,
Ma'am, what is the word?
Lord.
D.
Hmm.
Dice.
Dice. Good. Then who's turn now? Iron. E. E-R-I-E. E. Egg. Gravitational force.
Maths.
Sanmitra.
English.
Huh? English. Wow. Best word. Sanmitra, full marks for that. For the boys, full marks. X. 0 marks. Haina. A. Aryan.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Amma. M. Mango. किसने बोला?
Yeah, orange हुआ, mango.
Mango नहीं हुआ. नहीं she has said tango. Tango is a dance. Do the tango. That's a dance. हाँ. वो mango. वो tango का ये बोली mango. Mango. Oh.
Orange.
Odd. Displacement. Sanmitra.
Yes, ma'am. What is the word?
Displacement.
Tamarind.
Huh? Tamil.
Tamarind.
Tamarind. Good. D. Tamarind. No. Disco. Oh. Aryan. Aryan.
Owl.
Owl. N. दाल बाहर प्रॉपर नाउन नहीं तो कोई भी कुछ भी आर्यन को ए आया वो अपना ही नाम all now places enough people don't start हाँ land हाँ you Denmark K K kitchen दोनों का क्या बोलते हैं kitchen क्या मतलब क्या खाना बनाते हैं वो कि जिससे चाबी खोलते हैं वो keychain हाँ keychain
Nil.
nil and what did you say your camera thoda take your camera down
Nil.
nil
Nil.
L too many L's coming hey give them a lot of L's give them a lot of love E Aryan हाँ तुम लोग उनको E ज्यादा दो E Aryan
Yes, ma'am. Enclave.
good word enclave enclave E A huh ambition A N
Envelope. Envelope.
huh
Envelope.
envelope E हाँ elegant Aryan
Triangle.
हाँ
Triangle.
triangle ये तुम लोग इतना बातें कर रहे हो उनको दो बार बोलने को पड़ रहा है triangle E That is the word. EWD. Yeah. So she said E. Q. E. E-W-E that is. So E on yon. Not right. E. Eligible. Good word. Eligible. E again.
हाँ तो उसका अर्थ भी होता है नहीं पता यार क्या करना बोल ना उसका शिव अच्छा है वर्ड enlighten
Enlighten. Wow, good word. Sanmitra. Enlighten.
Nail.
Huh?
Nail.
Come up. Wow.
Nail. Nail. N-A-I-L.
Name words they're giving. Arya is the name.
Ma'am, what is the word?
Name. L-A-M-E. Acha, now we will not include any names, no names of animals and no names of places. अभी ये सेक्रेटरी में ले लो लोग दूसरी बार सोचो इतने सारे नाउन so much English movies no like give an example what is that? But that's something that one friends for then one more सोचिए यहाँ पे भी enchanted का नहीं होना चाहिए yes Aryan
Endless.
huh
Endless.
endless yes no problem why I am G why 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 yawning G G G gaslight T whose turn Sanmitra no whose turn Sanmitra T then Sanmitra
Time.
time E epidermis bio
Ma'am,
iron हाँ
sauce.
what
Sauce.
sauce E earth lamb Hey, no, we said no names of animals. H. House, yeah. Lake. नहीं कुछ तो नहीं चलेगा E E. Elite is cardamom. Elite. E. That was the invigorate. Invigorate means again feeling refreshed. So I'm invigorated. Okay, whose turn now? Sanmitra.
I.
Huh?
I. EYE.
I give good words. No. I what? Tell something else nice. Some better word. Verb follow verb. Verb follow.
Emulsion.
Emulsion. Good. Last round. Narcissism. Narcissism. What was this word? Emulsion. You said narcissism. You want your history already? Aryan. Narcissism.
Mammalia.
Huh?
Mammalia.
Mammals. Mammal.
Mammalia.
Mammalia. Scientific name. What a child should be. Okay, last. Auspish. Auspish. So tell last. Whose turn? You tell last.
Seller.
Seller. Seller.
Revolution.
Revolution. हुआ नहीं क्या? तेरा टर्न किधर था? तो आ गया। ऐसा कर। Regular. Sanmitra.
Raymond.
हाँ?
Raymond.
ऊपर आ। हाँ।
Raymond. RAMEN.
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 What does that mean?
It's a type of food.
It's ramen.
It's a dish.
Dress.
Dish.
अच्छा. Okay. Ramen. N. बोल जल्दी. बोल जल्दी. N. तू नैमेर बोल दे. Ramen. Our turn. Nucleus. Okay, we'll end. She said nucleus. So good. What?
Powered.
हाँ.